just something to think about, right? Like if you get a kill here, I don't mind it. I think this is actually great. You get a kill. I think that's really good. And now, okay. So let's take a look at this. So you get this kill on the sign, right? So let me ask you one question here. Can you realistically push this wave in before sign comes back?
No.
Okay.
I was trying to even it a little bit
hmm
because I think it ended up okay, but I don't know if that was good.
Yeah, so do you have any alternatives if you look at this position right here?
I don't know.
Okay, what do you think about resetting here?
I would lose a lot, wouldn't I? Like a lot.
Why?
Well, that wave would push. There's one, two, three, four, five extra casters. That wave would push really, really fast, and then the sign would TP, and he's probably would get a plate too, right? That could be completely wrong, but it
So
is a cannon wave. It might push slower, or I'm not sure.
yeah, so if you are decisive with this reset and you instantly take a base here, you will come back and you might miss like 2 minions at max.
Okay,
And he will miss
okay.
the entire wave because the cannon wave is pushing in. So
I see.
the thing
I
is that you
see.
have home guards, right? So if you reset and then walk back, the home guards allow you to reach the lane very quickly again.
Okay.
So what would normally happen is if we like skip forward here, you would already be back in lane right now.
I see. Okay.
And now you would come back to like a fully stacked wave. And
That
he
makes
would have
that makes
lost
sense.
everything, you know? That's like kind of a really huge difference.
Okay. Yeah, I see. That always confuses me on what I should do with the wave before I have a reset. I
Yeah,
like never know.
yeah, absolutely. So what I want to talk about here is let's talk about triggers that kind of indicate to you that you shouldn't do this. Like it's easy for me to tell you, yeah, don't push this wave. Like duh, yeah. But how
Yep.
like in game, how do you actually see that? Like what are the red flags that kind of signalize to you, okay, I shouldn't be pushing in this wave, right?
Well, there's a few, but my thought I think it was just my idea on tempo, how fast things take to happen. Because I saw Sion had TP, and I was thinking Sion's gonna TP, the wave's gonna crash in, I'm gonna lose a lot under tower, and Sion's gonna get a plate. So that was like my initial thought process in the moment. So my goal was I'm gonna try and make the wave stay even and then back.
Mhm.
So it like I don't know why that when I say it out loud it sounds kind of dumb.
No, I think the idea itself is not even bad. It's just that you can't execute it because you kind of
Fast enough.
didn't really like understand how much time you have, which is totally fine. Like that's a reasonable mistake. I don't think it's dumb. I just think that you need to take a look at the red flags that kind of signalize to you why this isn't like the ideal play. So
Right.
let's think about this for a moment, okay? Let's pause this and let's think about in this specific situation after you kill the sign. What do you think could signalize to you that you can't shove this wave in and that you have to reset here?
Well, I think there should be like because in my mind if this wave was back a little bit I would have left it. So I think it was a timing thing. So I think if there's a cutoff to I don't know if that sounds reasonable to how close the wave is to the tower
hmm
because if that wave was closer, that would have been I should have evened it, right? Or no?
Even then you should have taken a reset.
Okay. Okay.
And the reason is quite simple. So, which summoner spell does Sign have?
Teleport?
Yeah, he has teleport, right? So,
Yeah.
he can TP to his wave after he comes back. Now,
hmm
look at his death timer.
3 seconds.
It's three
Yeah.
seconds, right? So, the question you need to ask yourself is can I shove this wave in without dying before he comes back to the lane? That's kind of the
Mm.
question you need to ask yourself, right? And the answer to that is clearly no, right? Because he's back in 3 seconds, you can TP back, and then he's gonna freeze the wave, or he's gonna not allow you to reset, right? And then your tempo
Right.
is pretty cooked. And there is a different element to it, which is something you need to think about. If you want to get into the Diamond Master range, this is really relevant, which is tempo generally speaking. So the way I want you to view this is that even if you could get this wave shoved in, it's better to reset here.
Yeah.
Because you would
That makes
arrive back together with the sign at the same time.
hmm
But you are ahead in items. And you are now able to impact the map, which
Well,
is quite
yeah.
important, right? So
And
if
if I did even if I did successfully push out that wave,
Mhm.
he would still get the wave anyways, right?
Yeah,
Like okay.
exactly. Like
Even
you
if I
wouldn't
didn't push it out, he would lose most of it, if not all of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you would insta reset, you
Okay.
would lose the entire. Like, there's so many reasons for why this is like, for why it's better to reset. But the
Okay.
main one I want you to think about, and that's also the highest level one, is your tempo. Because you are still on the map. Like, okay, let's do a calculation here. So you kill the sign, right? So what's realistically the first time you could reset? I think if you W backwards here and walk here, you could reset, right? I think you would agree with that. You could instantly take a base.
Yeah.
Okay, so when is that? That's in like, what is that? Like 1, 2, 3. You could reset right now, okay? And the base takes 8 seconds to come online. So you would be in base at 3 minutes 30, right? So now you would be in base, and you need like 15 seconds to walk back, basically, like roughly 15 to 20 seconds because of the home guards, you know? So
Right.
you would be back in lane right now.
Yeah. That'd be really good.
Now just imagine for a second, you are back in lane with a pickaxe, with a pink ward, and you are able to now play the lane again.
Yeah.
You could start trading, you could, I don't know, you could place vision, you could do something on the map right now because you took a really early reset, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So the way I want you to think about this is you want to maximize the time that you can spend on the map while being strong.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
And in order to do that, we need to ask ourselves, what does being strong even mean? Because then we can really get into the red flags, and that will make it super easy for you to find reset windows. So what does being strong mean? Walk me through it. What are your thoughts?
Items, right?
Yeah, so spend gold, right? If you
Mhm.
spend your gold, yeah, exactly. So
Cycle.
gold spent. Yeah. What else makes you strong?
Like resources, like your health and mana.
Beautiful. That's it. HP and mana. So if one of these is low, you are weak, right? So if this one is low, right, you are weak.
Mhm.
If this one is low, you are weak as well. And if you have too much gold, that also means you are weak because you didn't spend the gold, right? So you don't have items. So what do we do with this info? The moment one of these is right, like the moment one of these conditions is met, you need to look for a reset as soon as possible.
Yup. Okay. So the fact that all of these are ridiculously low, in my mind, that should already trigger. I need to reset as fast as possible. Right?
Yeah, it should, like, the way you should think about it is in your gut, like in your stomach, you should be like, I really want a base, so I'm strong again on the map. Like
Yeah,
that's how it should feel, you know?
Okay.
But the reason why it doesn't feel that way is because you're not thinking about you want to maximize uptime on the map, right? So here, if I see this, right, your mind should be like, I'm really weak right now. Like I really don't want to spend more time on the map like this. I really want to take a reset. And if you think about it that way, it's super logical, right? To reset in this situation and not push the wave.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I think
that makes sense.
there's an element, like there are two elements to this. First of all, you thought that you could get it in, right? You simply thought you had enough time to get this wave in, which is fine. Like that's something we just fixed. And the other thing is tempo, right? So I want you to think about resets when it comes to like tempo. So tempo is kind of the most important reason for resets.